So every space should be filled out in the same manner, obviously with the appropriate information. Now, right here is another space, and don't get confused with the zone. A zone is a group of spaces. Sometimes it's only one space, but a space has different properties. So again, this is my window for the space. What kind of space is occupiable, heated and cooled. Space type, I could choose again. This is a prep area, so I should choose the most appropriate here. Right now I don't want to waste too much time digging here, but it should be some kitchen prep area. And construction type by building, like you say, and I leave the default on these two. And those are chosen when you select what type of space. When you select it, it will choose a good default for people and electrical loads. For now, that's all I'm gonna fill, and now I'm gonna make the difference. Now this zoning, which is the darker color. Also, there is properties that each zone will be filled, and service type by building also. I'm not gonna do every zone different, everything will be similar. And I haven't filled this. Over here I left the default. Here in information I left the default too. And outdoor air infiltration I didn't change. So it's two different things, the zoning and the spaces. Right there is the space. Right here is the zone. It's formed by 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. That's the other space. So these spaces also in the window we were looking on the analyze heating and cooling loads. Settings that we fill in will be the same on this window with the heating and cooling information, and is what I was just showing a minute ago, this information right here. So part of this is repeated from what I just shown, but not everything. Now let's take a look of the shaded mode. I'm gonna switch here. All what I did was select this, so now it's shaded, and I will select again the launch 109 and highlight it. So now it's highlighted. And if I zoom in, right here is a space that it doesn't have a assigned plenum space. So this view might help to find missing areas that has not been assigned to a space or to a zone. But more efficient is on looking at on plan. So in this case we are missing that part, so I'm gonna cancel this and let's go to the plenum space. So I will create a plan view. Under view, floor plan, and I wanna uncheck this so I can see my level 2 plenum. I don't know how I name it wrong, that one, but level 2 plenum, and I will say OK. And now I have to select the subcategory, so it shows on the zoning list. Right now will be listed here in the question mark because I don't have a subcategory. So I could right click right here and is mechanical subdiscipline has to be zoning, and view classification. Let's see. I think I need to check on this. I think it's on design, but I will not put it yet. And this will be a plenum view. So default, let's say, so design zone plan, that's the default view, and this classification design. And now it should jump to this position in the browser. Subcategory, and obviously I will rename it. Apparently there is one with the same name, so I had to call it zoning. I forgot, because level 2 zoning, level 2 plenum zoning. So it's a unique name. And now if you have here one is called level 2 zoning and one level 2 zone field. So it's two different templates. So if I'm using the one is called zoning, I could explore this existing and see what template they use. And go back to my plenum zoning, and I could right click here, apply view template, plenum plan, or zone plan. Let's see zone plan. So the zone plan is same as this field plans. Now let's change the template. Right click, apply view template, don't save. That was the zone plan. Let's see plenum plan. Maybe plenum plans show me zones and also spaces. In this case it showed me spaces, and that's what I want to see right now, because I wanted to find out why it was empty here. That means it's missing one plenum space, and I could fix this missing spot. So if I zoom out, everything was full except this, and according to the tutorial, the shaded view we were looking supposed to help to find this kind of problems, but I'd rather look at it on plan. So after we discover this part is missing, again on analyze space, fill it in. This is a plenum space, so I'm gonna change the properties right now, and besides the name, the name will be void space or plenum space, plenum, and the number, a sequence of number. I was putting the number below so I could check what it was below, and using the same room number and the same plenum, the same number, same room name and same room number. And what is important here, this is plenum space and is not occupied, and service type plenum, and construction type by building. So immediately when you choose plenum space, it change all values. Let's review this one. This one should be plenum space too. And maybe I need to look the section, but maybe it comes from below, but maybe not. So I'm gonna look the section and right click, select previous. So it's fine, it's just a plenum space. And the reason I was saying maybe comes from below because I thought maybe it was like this. This one has plenum space because it has ceiling. This room doesn't have a plenum space, it goes all the way to the above. So in this case, this is the part it was missing. And obviously this part is not assigned to any of the zoning. So we need to figure out which zoning will be added, but let's assume will be for this one. This is an space. Let me find this zone. So what I do, I move away this zone mark. Right now it's selected. I could even hide it with the glasses, hide it. And now I can see the zone that it belongs. And if I touch that zone, I could edit, and I could say add this one to that zone. I'm not saying this has to be on this particular zone, but is the one I am choosing right now. I could choose it in plan view also. So now everything has zone and everything has space assigned. Okay, so let's stop this video and watch the next one, please. RevitTools.com.